Hi guys, Anza here. Hope you guys are doing well. So this is our second lecture, and in our second lecture we're going to study writing Hangul, writing Korean. So as you all know, in the previous lecture we studied about Korean alphabets, Hangul alphabets, and you all know that Hangul alphabets are written in blocks, in block structure. So first of all we're going to study the block structure of Hangul. Hangul is written in blocks. In blocks structure of Hangul, there are three components. First one is initial, second is medial, third is final. So initial, it is the consonant which starts the block. Initial is the consonant which starts the block. Initial is always a consonant. And second one is medial. It is always a vowel. The word which is written in the middle of the block, Hangul block, is called medial and it is always a vowel. जो लफ्ज़ कोरियन ब्लॉक के दरमियान में लिखा जाता है, इनिशियल के बाद जो लफ्ज़ लिखा जाता है उसे मीडियल कहते हैं और वो हमेशा एक वॉल होता है. नेक्स्ट इज़ फाइनल. इट इज़ द कॉन्सोनेंट और कॉन्सोनेंट क्लस्टर दैट एंड्स द ब्लॉक. ये कॉन्सोनेंट होता है, ये कॉन्सोनेंट क्लस्टर होता है जो कि ब्लॉक को ख़त्म करता है. आई एक्सप्लेन लेटर व्हाट इज़ कॉन्सोनेंट क्लस्टर. Example of Hangul block. We are taking the word Han as example. अब हम Hangul block की एक एग्जाम्पल पढ़ेंगे और हम हान लफ्ज़ हान को हम एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे ले रहे हैं. The first alphabet is consonant Hyok and it is starting the block, so it is an initial and it is a consonant Hyok. The next is A. In Han, the next is A, which is a vowel. As you all know, sounds A and it's a medial. Because it is in the middle, it's a medial. The last one, which is called final, is N, Niyam, which is a consonant and it is ending the block. So this is an example of a Hangul block. These are some important points. You must memorize this. Hangul is written from left to right and top to bottom in blocks. Hangul, whenever we write Hangul, we write it from left to right or top to bottom. जब भी हम Hangul लिखते हैं तो हम उसको left to right, left से right तक या ऊपर से नीचे तक, top to bottom, ऊपर से नीचे लिखते हैं. We never write it from bottom to top or right to left. We always write it from left to right and top to bottom. Just memorize this well. The next one, a syllable can also be composed of only initial and medial. It's fine if there is no final. एक syllable जो है वो सिर्फ उसके अंदर initial और medial भी हो सकते हैं. Syllable means a Korean Hangul block, a word of Hangul can also be composed of only initial and medial. सिर्फ उसमें initial और medial भी हो सकते हैं, ज़रूरी नहीं कि final भी हो. And the last one, initial and final of the blocks are consonant. इनिशियल और फाइनल, हांगुल ब्लॉक के इनिशियल और फाइनल हमेशा कॉन्सोनेंट होते हैं या कॉन्सोनेंट क्लस्टर होता है फाइनल. These are initial and final sounds of Hangul alphabets. When an alphabet is written in starting of Hangul block, initial sound is used, and when it is written in the end of Hangul block, the final sound is used. Now let's see the initial and final sounds of all the alphabets. First is Kia. Its initial sound is Ga, Ga. Next is final, which is Ka, Ka. This is Niyam. The initial sound is Na, Na, and final sound is also the same. There is no difference in initial and final sound of Niyam. Next is Chigut, Chigut. The initial sound of Chigut is Da, Da. And the final sound of Jigut is Ta, Ta. Next is Real, Real. The initial sound and final sound of Real are same. There is no difference in initial and final sound of Real, which is Ra or La. This is Miyam. The initial sound and final sound of Miyam are same. Next is Biyup, Piyup. The initial sound of Piyup is Ba, Ba, and final sound of biyop is pa. Next is siyot. Siyot. Initial sound of siyot is sa. Sa. And final sound of siyot is ta. Ta. Next is inyong. When inyong is written as initial, it has no sound, and when it is written as final, it has the sound ang. Like I have gave you example in the previous lecture, like song, like in song it is ang. The sound of ang is inyong when it is used as a final. Next is chiyat. Chiyat. Initial sound is ja, ja, and final sound is ta, ta. And for chiyat, initial sound is cha, and final sound is same as final sound of chiyat, which is ta. The final sound of jiyat and chiyat are same, which are ta. Next is kiyok. The initial sound and final sound of kiyok, tiyot, and piyop. Kiyok, tiyot, piyop are same. Next is hiyot. Initial sound of hiyot is ha, and when it is written at the end of Korean block, it mixes with the sound of consonant of the next block, and its sound depends on the consonant of the next block. We'll talk about it later. These are rules to write Hangul. Just go through these rules and don't memorize this well, because there are some points when these rules are not followed. So let's start the rules. Let's take a look at the rules. First one, vertically drawn walls are placed on right of consonants. Vertically drawn walls हमेशा consonant के right पर लिखे जाते हैं. Like for example, ha. In ha, a is vertical wall and is placed on right of here. हा में आ जो है वो vertical wall है और वो here के right पर place हो रहा है. Horizontally drawn walls are placed at the bottom of consonants. For example, su. In su, u is horizontal vowel and is at the bottom of s, siyot, and it is at the bottom of siyot. Next one is iyong is used if a syllable is starting with vowel. iyong use होता है जब एक syllable vowel से start हो रहा होता है. iyong is consonant, so we must use a consonant before starting a Korean block. So for example, ib. Ib means lips. In Korean, we call lips as ib, and also is used between two consecutive vowels. Two consecutive vowels के दरमियान साथ साथ जो vowels लिखे जाते हैं उनके दरमियान या second vowel के position के हिसाब से वो place होता है. For example, in we, two vowels u and e are used, and iyong is used between them. दो vowels use हो रहे हैं we में, which is u and e, and iyong is used, उसके दरमियान iyong इस्तेमाल हो रहा है. So in we, iyong is used. So next one is when a compound vowel is used as a medial, write the bottom one first because it's on left. जब भी कंपाउंड वॉल मीडियल के तौर पे यूज़ हो रहा हो तो बॉटम वन जो होगा, जो नीचे वाला होगा, उसको हम पहले लिखेंगे क्योंकि वो लेफ़्ट पर होगा. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल इन जे, से, j as jiyot and a as a, you know, it's written as this, like this in Hangul. So u is the bottom one and is placed on the left side, and e is the upright. In a, u is the bottom one and is placed on left side, and e is the upright. Next one, when a consonant cluster is a final, write it without any spacing or adding iyong. जब consonant cluster final के तौर पे आए तो उसके दरमियान कोई spacing या फिर कोई iyong नहीं लगाते. For example, muk. In muk, the last one is consonant cluster. As I've told you, I will talk about the consonant cluster later. So this is an example of a consonant cluster. Now we are going to look at some examples. We have gone through the rules and how to write Hangul blocks. So now we are going to see some examples, and then we'll look some sentence making. We just need to do more practice so that we can make our Hangul best. Okay, see, these are examples. First one, let's try writing Hangul in Hangul. Hangul is composed of two blocks, Han and Gul. Han, Gul, Hangul. So first block, the word Han, Hiyot, R and Nium are used. And these are like Han, and they combine to form Han. Like take a look at this. And in the next block, G is a final and U. G is a final and U is a bedial, which is a vowel, and L, which is a consonant, is a final. So the second block is like Gul, Hangul. So this is the romanization. Hiyat, A, Nium makes Han. Next, Kiyok, I, and Real combine to form Gul, Hangul. There are two blocks in Hangul, Hangul. G and E combine to form Ki, and Yo and K. The final sound of G is K, so we are pronouncing it like K. So Yo and K combine to form Yok. This is Kiyok. When we use romanization, Kiyok, we use K as the final, but when it comes to Korean alphabets, we use G as final. And you know the final sound of G is a K. So this is how we write Kiyok. Next, let's try writing Hakyo in Hangul. Hakyo. Hak. It is also composed of two blocks. First one is Hak and next is Kyo. Hak composed of Ha, A, G. Hiyot, A, Kiyok. Hiyok, A, Kiyok combine to form Hak, and Kiyok and Yo. Kiyok and Yo combine to form Kyo. Kyo, Hakyo. And this is an example of the syllable which has only initial and medial. Like in Kyo, there is only initial, which is Kiyok, and medial, which is Yo, which is a vowel. So this is an example of the syllable with only initial and medial. So Hak and Kyo combined from Hakyo. In first block Hak, we are using the final sound of K, which is K. In second block, we are using G as an initial and using initial sound of K, which is Ga. Here you can see the difference of initial and final sounds. So this is how we write Hakyo. Let's try writing Pat in Hangul. Pat. Pat is composed of only one block. In Pat, P, Pia, A and Tia combine to form Pat. In this block, P is initial, A is medial, and T is final. The initial and final sound of T is T. So there's no difference in the initial and final sound of T. So we're using T at the end. So Pat means red beans in Hangul. So here how we write Pat. Try and memorize these words because this will improve your dictionary. Let's try writing Chatkil in Hangul. It's kill. Chatkil in Hangul. Chatkil. Chatkil is composed of two blocks, Chat and Gil. The first block, Chat, consists of Chiat, A and Sia. Here you're seeing that we are using the final sound of T, final sound of Siot, which is T. In Chat, we're using final sound of Siot, which is T. So it's Chat, and the next block composed of Kiyok, E and Riot. So it is kill, Chat, kill. This is an interesting example. In Chat, we are using the final sound of Siot, Ta, S have very important role in Hangul. Chatkil composed of two nouns. Chat, which means street, and Gil means car. When we combine Chat, Gil, it forms road. It means road. Chat means street and Gil means car. These are two nouns, and here Siot is used to combine two nouns like Chat and Gil. Chat is street, which is a noun, and Gil is car, which is also a noun. So here siyot is combining two nouns. In Korean dictionaries, it is given as cha gil. As you know, the final sound of the is also t, so you can write both, but more precisely, you should write siyot as in cha. So this is how we write cha gil, and cha gil means road in Hangul. Let's try writing Khongki in Hangul. It is also composed of two blocks. First is Khong and second is Ki. Khongki. So here you see that Iyong is used as the final. So we will use the final sound of Iyong. So first block is composed of Kiok, O and Iyong. The second block is composed of Kiok and E, which forms Khong Ki. In Khong, Iyong is used as a final sound of Iyong is Iyong is used in many Hangul words. It is an important alphabet. You'll see many words in which Iyong is used. So Khong Ki, this is how we write Khong Ki, and Khong Ki means air in Hangul. Let's try writing Chotha in Hangul. You must have listened this word a lot if you are K-drama addict. I mean, if you watch K-dramas or you listen to K-pop, you must have listened this word Chotha. The first adjective example. This is our first adjective example, so listen a bit carefully. So this is composed of two blocks, Chot, Cho and Tha. What, are you guys maxed up? Don't worry, I'll answer your questions. You must be wondering, Hyot sound is, where is Hyot sound and where did Ta come from? Tiyot come from? So this is answer to your question. As you know, the final sound of Hyot become mixed with the next block's vowel or consonant. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हियोत की फाइनल साउंड, हियोत जब फाइनल साउंड के तौर पे फाइनल के तौर पे यूज़ होता है तो उसका साउंड नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक के वॉल या कॉन्सोनेंट के साथ मिलकर प्रोनाउंस होता है. Here is the example where in cho the sound of hiyot is silent, and when it is mixed with the sound of the next block's d, it make it the. You must be confused that the initial sound of the is chigut is the and final sound of chigut is tha, and in this block chigut is used as initial, so we must use the initial sound, but the silent hiyot will combine with chigut and make it sound th, make it sound like th. So it is chotha, chotha, chotha. This is how we write chotha, and it means cold, or it sometimes used as weather in Korean. It is a weather. Mostly we use like chotha, it's cold. Okay, let's try writing some sentences in Hangul. This will help you improve your Korean a lot. So let's start. First one is 안녕 하세요. 안녕 하세요. 안녕 하세요. The word an, composed of a and neom, combined to form an. Here eong is used as initial because a block always starts from a consonant, so we are using eong as the consonant, and the initial sound of eong is silent. There is no initial sound of eong. And the next is a, and next is n, an. The next one is neong, annyeong, neong. In neong, the first one is neom, and initial and final sound of neom are similar, so neom, n. And next is yo, and here eong is used as final, so we're using the final sound of eong, so neong, annyeong. I hope you know how to write annyeong. Next, ha is composed of hiyot and a, which sound like ha. Next, se, siyot and a sounds like se. Next is yo, which is the vowel. It's like it is written like this. So this is like 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요, which means hello or hi in Korean. Whenever you meet a Korean, just wave a hand at them and say 안녕하세요. Okay, our next sentence is 감사합니다. Okay, 감사합니다, 감사합니다, 감사합니다. So it is written as kam composed of kiok, a, and miom. The final sound of miom and initial sound of miom are similar, so we are using m as initial final, and the initial sound of kiok is ka, so it's kam. Next is sa, siyot and a, sa. Next is hap, hiyot and a, ha. And here we are using the final sound of b, bhiop, which is p, p. So hap, kamsa hap. Next is ni, niom and e sound like ni. Next is tigut and a, which sound like da, kamsa hap ni da. So this is how we pronounce it, 감사합니다, 감사합니다, which means thank you in Korean. Say thank you in Korean like 감사합니다, 감사합니다. The next sentence is 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다. Che is composed of chiyot and a, sounds like che. Next is song, siyot, o, and Eong is used as final, so we're using song. Che song. Next is hap, here, a, and final sound of pure pa, hap. Che song hap, ni da, niom and e, chiot and a. Che song hap ni da sounds like 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다, which means sorry in Korean. Amis, this is something of your interest, so let's try writing the names of our dear ATS members. Okay, the first one is Kim Namjoon, second is Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jung Ho-seok, Park Ji-min, Kim Tae-young, Chon Chang-kook. I hope you enjoyed my second lecture, and thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel, and tell me in the comments if you have any questions.